And welcome into the ballpark. Happy to have you with us. Major League Baseball on tap. It's the Kansas City Royals and the Detroit Tigers. Festivities are wrapping up. This place is rocking. The home opener is coming up next.
Tigers.
Just about set to go now. And towing the slab here, Reese Olson.
Well, this guy lives and dies with this slider, and it's a good one. Most guys, they're working off of their fastball, but he's backwards a little bit, works off the slider, and then when the fastball comes, it can add a little velocity in terms of perception when guys are used to seeing that off-speed pitch. When it's right, really tough to hit, even if you guess it's coming, because it's breaking two planes, horizontal and vertical.
Sneaks through, base hit. So a runner aboard to start the inning.
Well, clearly he was ready to hit right there. I know that was a ground ball, but it was absolutely hammered through the infield. That's not one you're excited to get in front of if you're an infielder. They used to say, charge it. Crazy.
And the batter now, Austin Riley. Hit on the ground to short. To first, and he beats it. Everyone's safe. First and second, no outs. Now it's Devers at the plate. There's a strike. Line drive, Abrams. Save! Hey! Bases loaded, nobody out. Now at the plate, Christian Walker. Golden opportunity right here. Sliced hard but foul. Check swing. Did he go? Yes, he did.
0-2 is the count.
In the dirt, and an excellent job keeping it right there.
Yep, that ball went out.
Carroll on third. Riley at second. Devers at first with no outs. This one is blasted. A no-doubter. Grand slam. So digging in, Colton Cowser. First pitch doesn't find the zone.
Well, at least he's got a clean slate after that grand slam. Nothing to think about on the bases, so he can really go after the hitter and just approach this like it's a clean inning, get the outs that you need, and get back into the dugout.
Swing and a miss, and that's strike two.
Well, they've been able to score 4 runs off of him in this inning, and this is where you want to just max out, get as much as you can, give him one of those tough innings where it's going to be hard for him to recover in the next one.
Tosses to first. One out in the top of the first. Willie Adames stands in. And first offering is fouled off. One out, bases empty. And Adames Thomas swings through that one.
They just threw that fastball by him, elevated, and if you're not looking up in that location, very difficult to catch up to, especially with that velocity.
Swings through it, and that's a strikeout. Pete Crow Armstrong steps in for the Royals. And the first pitch misses for ball one. Left field, way back there. That one's back. Onto the bullpen roof and gone. See ya. So 2 down. And to the plate for Kansas City, Blake Sable. Way high.
Ball back upstairs.
And there's the strike. 2 outs, base is empty.
Hey!
Cut on and miss, struck him out. That'll end the inning after a lot of scoring. And we're back. And on the hill, Ronel Blanco. What do you look for here?
4-pitch guy. He's got some options to work with in terms of keeping hitters off balance. So we'll see how he decides to utilize those weapons through this start here, and whether or not he's able to mix them all in early, or if he wants to hold something back a little bit later, maybe second, third time through the order, and give them something they haven't seen. It's tough when you know a guy's got that in his back pocket. As a hitter, you really have to stay on your toes.
Swing and a foul out of play. Blanco, he has a reputation, I don't know, maybe a knack for working himself out of tough situations that he finds himself in. You know, you like that in a relief pitcher, but when you have it for a starting pitcher, a guy that can get out of a tight spot, that is pretty valuable. In the air, center field. Crow Armstrong should have it. And there's one away.
And you won't see the skipper rush to get somebody up in the bullpen as soon as he starts to see some signs of trouble. This guy's earned a longer leash, and because of that, confidence grows with the players and teammates playing behind him, that when things get a little rough out there, they know he'll find his way through it.
C.J. Abrams at the plate now. That's ball one. How much of the ability to do that in a tight spot is the mental approach?
I think it's very much being able to have a laser-like focus, slow everything down, stay right in that moment, pitch-to-pitch execution, and focusing on that catcher's mitt.
And he handles it himself for the out. Marcus Semien, the next to hit, takes outside. Next offering is in for a strike.
I got a ball, 1 strike.
And that skips in the dirt. Comes up empty as he chases that one in the dirt. Got him. Inning over on the strikeout. And welcome back to the ballpark. Second inning set to go. Now it's the second baseman, Brett Wisely. Olsen back to work. And immediately pumps in a strike to the left-handed hitter. Saying he wasn't very sharp in the first, got hit around a little bit, just wasn't able to locate particularly well. A lot of stuff in the fat part of the plate.
Yeah, Boog, he wasn't fooling anyone. It's a tough place to be because it's not always obvious what adjustments need to be made. Sometimes it's location, sometimes it's being too predictable. Sometimes you're tipping your pitches. He's going to need to figure it out quickly, though.
Pitch misses. Now 2 balls and a strike. There's a strike.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
On the ground to first. The tag, and he's out.
You're out.
This is Corbin Carroll. Scored the first run of the game back in the first after a single to reach base. Missed with a changeup. 1-0. And there's a fly ball deep right field. That one hops against the fence. Makes the turn and heads for second. Safe at second.
Everything came together perfectly for him right there. Loud contact leads to the double. I mean, you could tell it had extra bases written all over it as it jumped off of his stick.
Here is Austin Riley. And first offering is fouled off. And the right-hander deals. On the ground out to short. Slinging it to first in time. And it's Rafael Devers in the box. Reached on an infield single his first time. And that is downstairs. And it's 1-0. Just missed.
Well, no need to go right at this guy. First base is open. He can hurt you. So make him expand his zone. If he doesn't, give him a walk.
In the dirt. Runner at second, 2 down. Here at the top of the second. The 2-2 on the way. Spoils the 2-strike pitch, and he'll see another.
I wouldn't throw him another breaking ball. Try to go again with the fastball, slightly elevated. He just is having a hard time catching up.
Man on second, 2 down. That's outside. And that's ball 3. That one ripped. And forget it. 2 down, base is empty. Christian Walker now at the plate. And first offering is fouled off. Walker measures 6 feet even, batting in the cleanup spot, and he was drafted in the 4th round back in 2012.
No balls, 2 strikes.
That misses.
1 ball,
now 1-2.
strikes.
And that's outside. Foul ball, another 2-2 upcoming. Next offering misses down and away. Got him swinging. Back here in Detroit singing. These Tiger fans feeling good about the new season. They certainly built up some confidence last year.
Yeah, kind of a surprise, snapping a 7-year streak of losing seasons. That'll do it for a fan base.
So will it taste the postseason baseball for the first time in over a decade.
Yeah, things are looking up for this Tigers franchise. Plus, they didn't just reach the postseason. They won a series, which is an important step in a team's development.
Just missing there. Ball 1.
That's a good pitch there. Really had some run and finished a little up and in just on the edge. And that's one of those, if you swing at it, you had a broken bat as you jog back to the dugout.
Sable down to first. Got him. 1 away on the strikeout.
Just not a good pitch to swing at. One reason he's an everyday player is he usually lays off of that junk.
Here's Adley Rutschman. A swing and a miss. And that's strike 1. And that is cut on and missed. And the count is 0-2.
No balls, 2 strikes.
Swing and a miss. That one in the dirt. Sable gathers, throws to
He's
first.
out.
Got him. 2 gone after the strikeout. 2 out. Space is empty. And now Kerry Carpenter. Swing and a miss. It's 0-1.
0-1's the count.
A swing and a miss as he chases way out of the zone. And a foul ball. He stays alive. Lifted in the air down the left side. Cowser coming on. Corrals it. And that is that. Back at Comerica Park. New inning getting started. And here is Colton Cowser.
Well, he's back out here for the third, and after the first couple of innings, pretty rough. I think the skipper's looking for him to give him a little bit of length, see if he can save the bullpen some.
Down the left field line. Could be extra bases. Now he'll turn for second. And it's a leadoff double as they look to keep pulling away. So a man aboard. So up now for Kansas City, Willie Adames. Next offering, pop foul off to the right out of play. Runner in scoring position, nobody out. We're here in the top half of inning number 3. Swing and a ball drilled in the air towards right center field. Makes the catch for the out. 1 down. Pete Crow Armstrong steps in for the Royals. He's already homered here in this one. Towards first, Keith. And he's out on the tag. And here's the catcher, Blake Sable. He's 0 for 1. So Chris, through the early stages, he hasn't been very efficient in terms of the pitch count. He's going to need to get some quick outs if he's going to get deeper into this game. That's a base hit. In comes the run from third to add on.
Well done. Drives in the run. Just a solid swing right there. Caught it out front and ripped it into the outfield for the base hit. Those always feel great.
And now it's going to be Brett Wisely. Strike 1. It is interesting, though, when you consider the way the game is run now. Doesn't even matter that much if your starter doesn't go that deep, because teams are really aggressively building their bullpens. On the ground, Simeon. They take the force out. Out number 3. Back here in Detroit, here's the third baseman, Matt Chapman.
I think he was sitting off speed there. Clearly down in this ball game, and you can't look at the deficit and try to get it all back in one swing. It's got to come one at bat at a time, and even shrink it down smaller, pitch to pitch. Make that guy on the mound work to get you out.
Swing and a miss, and he chases that one in the dirt. Gets to it, on to first. Gets him. 1 away on a drop third strike. Colt Keith up now for the Tigers. And there's a rocket into the outfield. So a man aboard now with 1 away.
Went up there looking to be aggressive and got something he could handle. Good job getting the foot down so he could catch it out front and pull it. Turned on it nicely for the knock.
Now a chance for Jung-Hoo Lee. Keith leads off first with 1 away. There's a strike.
Well, he had a pretty good look at that pitch and not sure exactly what tied him up there. Couldn't pull the trigger, and perhaps the best pitch he'll see in this at bat to hit.
Ground ball to first, could be two. Walker toss to second, double play, and that'll do it for the inning. Back here in a blowout, which gives us a chance to talk about just about anything.
Bro, don't get me fired.
All right, Singy, we've been in all the press boxes. You got best press box food.
I'd say press box food because of the ice cream. We have to go Philadelphia. Yeah.
Shout out to our guy Frank.
Yes. New York for me is pretty good. Yankees?
Yeah, solid.
Yeah.
Fastball for a strike.
As far as ballpark food, one of my favorite places is San Francisco.
Garlic fries, yo.
Garlic fries, and you got the lobster roll out there in the outfield if you want to make the walk all the way out there.
It's great, though, broadcasting a game with that zoo breath where you could just, I mean, absolutely levitate some people with your breath.
Now battle the third baseman, Austin.
Man at first, now the third baseman, Austin Riley. 1 for 2. Swing and a fly ball, well struck left field. Buxton sprinting after it. Squeezes it, and there's one down.
But we got the crab fries in Philadelphia, is that right?
Yep, and then
it's been a long time for me.
Boog's Barbecue at Oriole Park.
I knew you'd go there.
That's right.
Yeah. Anyway, you can work in your name, huh?
That's right. And a strike to Devers. Swing and a miss. He was late. Strike 2.
He's trying to stay away from this lefty, knowing that a lot of left-handers like the ball down and in.
Going to count 1 and 2.
Well, the good thing so far is that he hasn't issued any free passes. Unfortunately, they're making pretty good contact. So not getting the swings and misses and making that defense work behind it.
And Devers hits that one. They got it for out number 2.
Man, that's one of those at-bats where you have to remind yourself it's about the process. He did everything right there. Nothing to show for it. But in your mind, you have to convince yourself that it was a very good at-bat.
Walker stands in now and watches strike 1. Carpenter sizes this one up, and he makes the catch. And that is that. Bottom of the 4th, and now the center fielder, Byron Buxton. When you examine Buxton's career trajectory, the thing that really jumps out, the speed and the defense early on. Swing and a miss. Ugly swing right there. And strike 2.
2 really good back-to-back sliders. Now in an 0-2 count. He's feeling real confident about finishing this hitter off. He can go anywhere he wants.
Down to the dirt, swing and a miss. Sable collects, fires to first. In time to get him. 1 away on the strikeout. Here's C.J. Abrams to hit.
You're best when you let the game come to you. Tried to make too much happen right there. Not his best at bat.
And first offering is fouled off. Base is empty, 1 away. We're here in the bottom of the 4th. Right side. Wisely sends it to first. That's out number 2. Now it's Marcus Simeon.
Good fade and sinking action of that changeup. Got that hitter to roll over.
Swing and a ground ball. And he has thrown 4 shutout innings. And welcome back to the ballpark. We go to the top of the 5th at the plate. Colton Cowser. Olsen back to work. Cowser, 24 years old, and he's usually in right, today starting in left. Swing and a high fly ball right field. That one back, that one on its way, and it's gone. And now the shortstop, Willie Adames. Carpenter. And it's caught for the out. Digging in, it's the speedy outfielder, Pete Crow Armstrong. He's already homered in this game. And first offering is fouled off. One down, base is empty. And that is out of play. Swung on, belted. And it bangs off the foul pole, home run. One down. Blake Sable steps in for the Royals. And that's pushed foul off to the left and out of play. There's the strike. Still only one out here in the inning. And a base hit right there.
Couldn't have timed it up any better than that. That's a good sound coming off the bat, man. And as he connected out front and lifted into the outfield, that's one of those swings where you just don't even feel the ball hit the barrel. That's a pure stroke.
Wisely in the box now. No balls and a strike. Man at first, one away. On the ground, 2 ball. To second, there's one. Double play. What a clean killing to end the inning. We head to the bottom of the 5th. Anthony Santander at the plate. Yeah, big swing and a miss.
Well, these Tigers, as this game goes on, have to be more disciplined at the plate. Chasing pitches has been a big part of the story. We've seen it quite a bit today. It's been tough for them to make contact at times, and it just doesn't look like they're seeing it very well as a group. And on the mound, you know confidence has to be pretty high with all of the swings and misses. He's had them eaten out of the palm of his hand pretty much all game.
Swing and a miss. Struck him out. So he picks up his 6th strikeout of the ball game. And up next for Detroit, Adley Rutschman. Fastball is outside. Swing and a ball lifted in the air. Shallow right field. Carroll makes the catch. Out number 2. And next up for the Tigers, Kerry Carpenter. And a good fastball to start him off. That's strike 1.
These hitters have been very aggressive early in the count, but when you're down, you might want to be a little more patient. Take some pitches, see if you can extend those at-bats and get some base runners on.
Swings and misses, struck him out.
Shades of Juan Marichal in this one, Boog. Outstanding work on the mound, a one-hitter for your first MLB win. Certainly something special.
10-zip your final in this one. For Chris Singleton and our entire outstanding crew here at MLB The Show, I'm John Shambi. We'll see you soon.